This video isn't for your self-improvement. It's to clear the garbage out of your head. That's stopping you from moving forward. You aren't tired, you're enslaved. You are a slave to people who wouldn't even shed 2 tears at your funeral. You are fighting a war that can never be won, the war of trying to control others. You want the world to work according to you, your partner to think like you, and your boss to value you. But hear the truth, no one is coming to save you. Mel Robbins' let them theory is the bitter medicine that will shatter this illusion. If you don't understand this today, you will spend your entire life searching for your worth in the eyes of others. And you will die a little every single day. Control is the most expensive drug on the planet, and you are a heavy user. You think that by overthinking, over-explaining, and over-managing. You are being responsible. You aren't. You're terrified. You are terrified that if you let go of the steering wheel of other people's opinions, your life will crash. But look at your life. It's already crashing under the weight of your anxiety. Mel Robbins argues that let them is the only detox. Every time you try to convince someone to see your side, you are losing. Every time you edit a text message for 20 minutes to make sure they don't get the wrong idea, you are a slave. The psychology here is deep. Your brain's amygdala treats a social misunderstanding like a physical predator. You feel like you're dying because someone is mad at you. Kill that instinct. Let them have the wrong idea. Let them think you are the bad guy. Let them stay in their ignorance. The moment you stop trying to manage the narrative inside their head, you reclaim your mental bandwidth. You've been running 50 background apps of other people's drama. Let them is the force quit button. If you don't master this, the rest of this journey is useless. You must accept that your influence ends at your own skin. Everything else is a hallucination of power. Think about the last person who betrayed you. Right now they are in your head. You are presenting evidence, cross-examining their lies, and demanding a verdict. But look around your room. Is that person there? No. They're out eating dinner, sleeping, or laughing, while you are rotting in a self-imposed mental jail. This is the courtroom trap. You're obsessed with justice in a world that doesn't owe you. And you close the case. Let them walk away with their lie. Let them tell their friends that you were the problem. Let them believe their own delusions. Why? Because the time you spend trying to get an apology, that will never come. It's time you are stealing from your future. Your brain cannot build a multi-million-dollar vision while it's busy litigating a $5 betrayal. The guilty party doesn't hold the keys to your cell. You do drop the charges, not for them, but because the legal fees of your mental energy are bankrupting your soul. If they want to be the villain in your story, let them. Just make sure you aren't the victim anymore. You are a fixer. You pride yourself on being the one who catches the ball. But there is a dark side to this. You are a codependent enabler. When you overfunction, you prevent other people from facing the consequences of their own choices. If your business partner is lazy and you do their work to save the project, you aren't a hero. You are an idiot. You are teaching them that they can be mediocre while you burn out. Let them fail. If they miss the deadline, let them miss it. If they forget the anniversary, let them forget it. Stop being the emotional safety net for people who don't even appreciate the fall. People will call you mean. They will say you don't care anymore. Let them. You have been carrying the weight of 10 people while your own legs are buckling. By letting them fail, you finally allowed them to grow or disappear. Either way, you are free. This is the zero intervention protocol. You only do your job, your role, and your part. Anything extra is a theft from your own peace. Your phone is a digital leash. You check your scene status like it's a heartbeat. If someone doesn't reply in 10 minutes, your brain starts a fire. You look at who unfollowed you and you feel a physical sting in your chest. You have outsourced your self-worth to a glowing screen controlled by strangers. Digital validation is a fake currency. When someone ignores your post or unfollows your life, say it. Let them. You aren't losing a connection. You're losing a distraction. You've been performing for an audience that doesn't pay for tickets. Stop looking at the metrics of your social life. If they want to exclude you from the group chat, let them. If they want to post photos of the party you weren't invited to, let them. This isn't about being lonely. It's about being unreachable. When you stop caring about the digital signal, you become a ghost to the matrix. You start living for the offline version of yourself, which is the only version that actually matters. Emotional sovereignty means you are the king of your own emotional state. Most people are reactive. If the weather is bad, they are sad. If someone is rude, they are angry. They are puppets. Let them is about cutting the strings. It's about the gap between what happens and how you react. When you say let them, you are creating a buffer. Someone cuts you off in traffic, Let them be in a hurry. A friend is moody and snaps at you? Let them have a bad day. You don't have to catch every ball that is thrown at you. Most people are throwing garbage. Why are you catching it? Practice silent observation. You become the scientist watching the lab rats. You see their drama, you see their toxicity, but you don't let it touch your skin. You are cold. You are composed. You are sovereign. If they want to be emotional wrecks, let them. You stay on your throne. Work is a battlefield of egos. Someone took credit for your idea? Let them. Someone is whispering about you at the coffee machine? Let them. Apply the talent versus credit rule. Talent is a deep well. Credit is just a bucket of water. Anyone can steal a bucket, but nobody can steal the well. If you are truly high value, your work will eventually speak so loud that their whispers won't even be heard. Stop fighting for visibility. Fight for mastery. When you let them play their petty games, you save your energy for the work that actually builds your empire. The office assassin doesn't engage in gossip. They don't explain their process. They just deliver results that make everyone else look obsolete. If your boss is a micromanager, let them be stressed. You do your part, you collect your check, and you build your side hustle in the shadows. You are a ghost in the machine. You use let them to stay detached from the corporate circus. This is the most painful part. Family knows exactly where your buttons are. Because they are the ones who installed them, you've spent 30 years trying to get a good job from a father who can't give it. Or I love you from a mother who is too broken to say it. Stop trying to fix the unfixable. Use the disappointment protocol. You must be willing to disappoint your parents to save your life. If they don't like your partner, let them. If they think your career is a mistake, let them. You cannot explain the color blue to a blind person. You cannot explain your vision to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Their disappointment is a them problem, not a you problem. When you stop seeking their approval, they lose their power over you. You love them, but you don't obey them. Let them be wrong about it. Me is the most liberating sentence a human can speak to their bloodline. You're the one who breaks the generational. Curse by simply refusing to care about their judgment. The reason you don't say let them is because you are terrified of the silence. You fear that if you stop chasing people, you will be alone. And you are right. You will be alone for a while. But welcome the sacred void. When the wrong people leave, they leave a hole. Most people try to fill that hole with more garbage. Don't. Sit in the void. In that silence, you finally hear your own voice. You find out what you actually want when nobody is looking. High performers, billionaires, and masters all have one thing in common. They are comfortable in the void. They don't need a squad to feel powerful. They are the power by letting the low vibration people walk away. You're making space for the high value people to arrive, but they won't show up until you prove you can survive the vacuum. Let the crowd disappear. Let the phone stay quiet. The void isn't a prison. It's a laboratory for your new self. Indifference is more powerful than hate. Hate is still a connection. Hate means you still care. Indifference means they are dead to you. Practice the ghosting of the soul. You don't have to block them on social media. You just have to block them in your heart. The best revenge isn't winning the argument. It's living a life so incredible that the person who betrayed you becomes a tiny, insignificant footnote in your biography. Don't hide your success. Don't dim your light to make them feel better. Let them watch you thrive. Let them watch you get fit, get rich, and get happy. Let them feel the sting of what could have been, but don't do it for them. Do it because you finally stop looking in the rearview mirror. When you let them watch from the sidelines, you realize they were never your competition. They were just a distraction. This is the final ascension. Peace over drama, always. Make internal peace your only religion. Every morning you wake up and you make a choice. Will I be a manager of other people's problems, or will I be the leader of my own life? Someone cuts you off? Let them. Someone cancels a meeting? Let them. Someone breaks your heart? Let them. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are the architect of your reaction. Mel Robbins gave you the words, but you must provide the courage. The warrior's oath is simple. I will not allow a single person to occupy space in my head without paying rent in the form of value. If they don't bring peace, they don't get in. Stay cold, stay powerful. Let them be them so you can finally be you.